last deer season, there were 3 trespassers walking this way, kind of along the edge of the woods here. All 3 of them had rifles, and I had a blind set up right here, and one of my friends was hunting. He saw the trespassers and confronted them, and they claimed that they didn't know that they were trespassing, and obviously they did. So whether I had signs up or not, they probably were going to trespass regardless. But I realized if I walk over here, I don't have that many signs. I've got a couple signs kind of back in here. I've got a couple signs back in there, but I don't have that many. And so I realized if I put a sign on one part of the tree, then depending on where somebody's walking from, they might not see the sign. And so instead, I'm going to show you the difference between a regular sign, a regular private property sign that somebody would hang up on their tree, versus a 360 sign, and then you'll be able to tell the difference. Okay, so this is a super obvious comparison. So this is a trail that you can come up this way, or I mean, you know, you can come down this way also. So if I'm walking this way and I'm looking over here, I can already see the 360 private property sign right there. There's another sign right here that you cannot see yet. So if I keep walking and I keep my camera on these trees that have the signs, now I can see this private property sign, and I can still see the 360 private property sign. So then if I come this way, if somebody were to walk from, let's say over here from the food plot area, and they're walking here, or you know, they're walking straight over here, you know, whatever the case is, I can still see the 360 sign, and I can no longer see the other sign. The only time that I can ever see the other sign right here is if I'm walking along this path here, or if you were walking up this way and you turned around to see that. So you'd have to put a sign here and probably on the other side, and then maybe even on another side, just because this is a bigger tree. But regardless, with this tree and this sign, it's obviously a 360 sign. So no matter where you're walking from, so again, you could be walking from here, you could be walking from there, you could be walking down the trail. You don't even have to be walking along the trail. You could be walking from in the middle of the woods over there, or the middle of the thick woods over here. No matter what, you are gonna see that this sign says private property. So this is a 4-foot sign. This is a little bit of a smaller tree, so it kind of wraps around, but it doesn't matter, because you can still see that it says private property all around the tree. And so that's the point of 360 signs, is to allow your private property to be private, and everybody knows that it is private. Now, if somebody is trespassing on your land, they probably already know that they're trespassing, but there are people who actually don't know. And there's differences between public land and private land, and some people don't know where the differences are. So if you have a sign like this, you're gonna be good. There's not gonna be any excuse for somebody to say that they didn't know. With a sign like this, there would be an excuse, and they might say, well, I didn't see any signs, because these signs can only be on one part of the tree. So all that to say, go to 360signs.com and get you one of these. We also have a custom option where if you wanted to put your farm, ranch, or homestead logo on it, you can do that as well. You have to have at least 10 custom signs, and this is what you're going to get, which is going to be your better option to keep your private land private.